Have you ever picked up a stranger, only to realize they were never supposed to be there? If you enjoy mysterious stories with unexpected endings, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and stay until the end, because this one might make you think twice before stopping for a passenger at night. It was almost midnight when Daniel, a taxi driver, decided to take one last ride before going home. The roads were empty, and a thick fog covered the streets. As he drove past an old cemetery, he noticed an elderly woman standing quietly under a flickering streetlight. She raised her hand. Daniel stopped. She got into the back seat carrying a small black handbag and softly said, "Please take me to number 18, Maple Street." As they drove, Daniel tried to make conversation. "Do you live there alone?" There was no answer. She simply stared out the window. A few moments later, the temperature inside the taxi suddenly dropped. Daniel could see his own breath. The windows slowly fogged up from the inside. Feeling uneasy, he looked into the rearview mirror and nearly screamed. The back seat was empty. The old woman had disappeared. Daniel immediately stopped the taxi and searched everywhere. The road was empty. There were no footprints, no open doors, nothing. As he returned to the taxi, he noticed something on the back seat. The old woman's handbag. Inside was an old black and white photograph of the same woman standing beside a smiling young man. On the back were the words, "Together Forever, 1986. There was also an address, number 18, Maple Street. The next morning, Daniel decided to return the handbag. When an elderly man opened the door, Daniel explained everything. The man's face turned pale. He looked at the handbag and quietly said, "That's my wife's bag." Daniel smiled. "She left it in my taxi last night." The old man's eyes filled with tears. "My wife passed away 12 years ago." Daniel felt a chill run through his body. The man invited him inside. On the wall hung a framed portrait of his late wife. It was the same woman Daniel had picked up the night before. The same face. The same grey dress. The old man whispered, "Every year, on the anniversary of her death, people say they see her asking for a ride home." Speechless, Daniel handed over the handbag and walked back to his taxi. But when he opened the driver's door, a single fresh white flower was resting on the passenger seat. He knew it hadn't been there before. From that night on, Daniel never drove past that cemetery after dark. But sometimes, when he looked into his rearview mirror, he could have sworn the old woman was still sitting quietly in the back seat, waiting to go home. If you were Daniel, would you have stopped for her? Tell me in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysterious stories.